Hello, humans of the internet. Welcome to the Gallant Horde. Today we are playing Arabella's Barn. We have a brand new face, new not only to Season 2, but to the Horde completely, which I think is the first one this season, which is very exciting. So welcome. I'm excited.
This is going to go horribly.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm in danger.
It's going to be amazing. Before we get into all the Horde things, though, I must tell you. So we're partnered with Humble Bundle. You probably know that by now if you're watching us. But right now, there is a bundle of Seanan McGuire books. If you don't know who Seanan McGuire is, her October Day shit. So all the Fae bullshit in Season 1, not all of it. A lot of the Fae bullshit in Season 1 can be blamed firmly on Seanan McGuire. If you have not read her books, they're incredible. She also has a cryptid series, which I realize is going to tickle a lot of your fancies. I have not read that one. I have read Toby Day, and it is delightful. She's an amazing writer. So, yeah, I strongly recommend that you click on the link and get yourself some incredible books to read. They're like urban fantasy. They're just fucking awesome. She has a king of cats whose name is Tybalt. There are Shakespeare references. My friends, this is delightful. You will love it. Yes, do the thing. Highly recommend. I was so excited I legitimately squeed when I saw that they were doing a Seanan McGuire bundle. So it also supports, I don't remember the name, please hold, but it is called the Electronic Frontier Foundation, and the work they do is about protecting artists and writers and their work in the digital realms, which is fucking important to our community. So bro, there is no downside to this. Go and spend the money, get books, help the good people, and also us. I'm very, you can probably tell that I'm very excited about this one. This is dope. Another exciting thing is we have a Jax is Not a Gamer episode happening this coming week on Wednesday night, New Zealand time. The votes for that are still in the running, but at the moment it's looking like it's probably going to be Superliminal. If you would like to get in on the voting and nominating of what game Jax has to play in her Jax is Not a Gamer streams, she says, talking about herself in the third person, you need to be a patron of one of our Patreons. Any of them works. We have several floating about. And then link your Patreon account to our Discord, find the Patreon channel in Discord, and vote on the things. I would like to see a little behind the scenes and have your say in. Oh, that's great. Never mind. I was like, is that a person? No, it's the bot. Yeah, so that's happening this Wednesday. Last time we did the Stanley Parable, and it was ridiculous and fun. So yeah, come and watch me attempt to be a gamer.
Has anyone recommended Doom yet?
No. Jamie tried to get me to play Alien Isolation, and I'm very glad that that did not get the vote because I am a wuss. Lionel, voice from the ether, would you like to tell us about your Kickstarter that you are still running and that people should absolutely be supporting if they are not already doing so?
Well, hello, this is the voice from the ether. Nice to meet you all. So, I have a Kickstarter going on. Oh, never mind, this is not the right command. The project is called LARP Around. It is for everything LARP related, finding new LARPs, discovering new LARPs, knowing what the LARP is about, and if you are organizing one, making sure that you have all the tools you need, whether it be for a normal LARP, an online one, or even a murder mystery party if you want to. So check it out. We still have roughly 20 days for that campaign, and if you want to spread the word, please do. It would be an absolute pleasure. Love you all. Bye.
Hey, Lionel, do you need to be in a particular part of the world to use LARP Around?
No, as a matter of fact, thank you for asking, because this is an international project that will cover any single country that you want to. So excellent. You're not limited by your location, only by your imagination.
Woo! Thank you. I'm going to add to this that it would be awesome if you all, especially if you are in LARP communities, please spread the link for this Kickstarter. Lionel, bless him, has wonderful ideas, but he is very humble and does not like to brag about his wonderful ideas. So I need all of you to brag for him. Thanks. He does a lot of awesome work for our community, and it would be great if we could give back by spreading the word. So if you are in LARP communities, which I know several of you are, do the thing. Another really important thing we're doing is from the middle of September, we are going to switch to fortnightly Horde games. So we will only be doing a Horde game every second Sunday. There will be something in this time slot on the off weeks. We have not yet figured out exactly what it will be, but there are things in the works, and we'll let you know once we know what they are. The point of doing this is to give us a chance just to catch up on our backlog. We have a lot of backlog of TLDR videos that we're trying to make, and Patreon rewards that need to go out, and my inbox looks terrifying. And just, there's a lot of backlog of stuff, so we're going to just spread the games out a bit to try and get on top of that, so that in the new year, the idea is that will go till the new year. In the new year, we'll go back to weekly games, but hopefully have caught up and be able to just focus on moving forward. So that's the thing we're doing. Look at me doing the right thing for my mental health and organization. I'm not good at it, you guys, but I'm trying. Okay. That is all my announcements for today. That was a lot. Sorry, folks. Everything always happens at once. That's how this goes. Your potion of resistance for today is resistance to acid damage. Thank you, Tiff. Will it be useful? Who can say? Me, I can say, but I'm not going to. I'm now going to get you lovely people to introduce yourselves and your characters for our delightful audience before we jump into this game, starting with Shaunalee.
Hello! I'm Shaunalee, and I am playing Lorelei Hexus, the Death Cleric.
Chris!
Hi, I'm Chris. I'll be playing Thomas Avion, and he's just kind of trying to figure out what the hell's going on right now. So.
Fair enough. Welcome. We're very excited to have you. Tiff.
Hello. I am Tiffany, and I am playing Neris Dalathon, one of the Dalathon twins. We are elf monks, and I will also be playing Mischief, my familiar. It was a little red panda. And a ball of joy.
A ball of joy. Chrissy.
I'm Chrissy, and I will be playing Scree, the Tengu Ranger. I'm gonna let Scrat go. Let the cat go. I will also have Tilly, the attempted TPK Sparrowhawk, joining us.
Presumably, you will not be tiny this time, so you know. I don't think Tilly's going to be responsible for a TPK. Kyle.
Yeah. Hi. Hi, I'm Kyle. I like play Steve. He's like a human sorcerer and stuff. I'm gonna do my best to not be too quiet today.
Just bring it up slightly, yeah. Amazing. And finally, Jordan.
I'm Jordan. I'll be playing Stomp, the Catfolk Barbarian, and trying not to get in too much trouble.
Lies. Don't believe it for a second. All right. Okay, folks. So, this is a level 1 mission, so it should be relatively straightforward. When have we ever had severe emotional damage on a relatively straightforward mission? That never happens.
I'm in danger.
You have been asked to investigate. Something is attacking and eating Arabella's chickens. Arabella Woodleaf is a Vanara woman who has a bunch of poultry. She's a poultry farmer in Circle Creek, and she thinks that something has taken up residence in her barn, and that something is eating her chickens, and she would like you to investigate and deal with said something. Did I give you a payment for this one yet? Cool, excellent. So you will gather in the anvil. Andeline is there as usual. Well, before we get to that, is there anything any of you want to do before you get to the anvil today in relation to this mission?
Stump has already picked up some cookies from Miss Gertrude and is just going to be, as soon as everybody gathers, just going to be handing them out.
Cool. I believe there are chocolate chip cookies and jam-filled cookies, both of which sound amazing.
I'll just put it in a little baggie with like a sandwich that I made earlier. I put it in the chat. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna make some sandwiches for the road. So I got like 2 sandwiches in a bag that I've just got like on my belt. So
excellent. I love it. I love how often the Horde's pre-mission stuff involves what food they brought with them. It's great.
You know, it's a very important resource.
Lorelai was there a couple minutes early, so I think maybe she would have looked for Andeline and been like, hello.
Hi.
Sorry to bother you, but
yes.
I have noticed I am on the schedule, and I am not complaining. Put me on the rota every week. I am enjoying it. However, I have a job in 2 weeks that is very far away.
Yes.
But I have a job
next
week. And I am worried I cannot get there in time.
Oh. Right. Well.
Does that mean I have to give the job up?
That's Axel's one, right? It's something about a singer, which is why I said to Axel that it should be his problem.
Yeah.
And I believe he picked you to go with him, specifically?
Yeah. Probably to make sure he does not get hit, but...
Well, I can probably arrange to have you all transported to Merterra, but it would be a very specific favor and not something I could do all the time. You understand?
Yeah. I'm saying yeah, but I understand nothing. I'm so sorry.
Have you been on the roof of the guild hall, Lorelai?
Yes, for my wanderings.
Have you seen that there is a large circle of magical runes on the roof of the guild hall?
Yes, but I thought that was for people much smarter than myself.
Well, it is, yes, but I don't know if smart is the word, but more powerful, or perhaps powerful, and it's not my kind of
learned?
Perhaps. Anyway, it's a teleportation circle, is what it is.
Yeah.
And Zora is able to use it.
Zora.
Yes. So she could probably... Well, I could ask if she could come and transport you all to Merterra via that, but you need to understand that it is expensive magic and cannot be used constantly by her. It also would take you to the Magus Gamana, which is a very... Yes! Fancy and well, they're protective of their knowledge, put it that way. So having a bunch of adventurers waltzing through there like it's a bus station, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Suddenly I understand a lot better than I did before, yes.
So, obviously they have buses in... I don't know. there are definitely buses in this area. Apparently, that's canon now.
It's like Fred Flintstone. It's just like a bunch of dudes running, just pushing the bus.
Yeah. It's a guy named Bus who runs the service.
Buses station.
Anyway, I can get you there, but I probably can't get you back.
Yeah. What is the walking time of between Merterra and Circle Creek?
If you walk, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, maybe.
Okay, going to strengthen my thighs. Let's do it. Okay, well, as long as I can still work, I am happy.
Yep. Maybe let the rest of your team know, because there's no point in not taking all of you.
Oh, yeah, I suppose they do not need to go.
It
early.
Makes very little difference to Zora how many people she transports. It's all, but be polite on the other side. Stay quiet until you're out. And
you are sending
that.
Asshole.
Well, yes. Try not to assume. Well, don't assume that this is something you could use all the time.
Okay.
I would expect.
I
That
will
if you
charm
wish
them,
to use
Miss
this
Anderline.
kind of magic, you would have to make your own favors and connections to do so.
I will put out the word, and I will tell everyone they have to be nice to fancy people and not say anything dumb.
Polite. Not the same as
Yeah.
nice.
Yes. Oh, wow! The rest of the team seems to
I
have
was gonna say,
arrived.
Thomas would like to walk in right about now. Because Thomas is trying to get there a little bit early too. This is his first job, so he's trying to be there a little bit early. Seeing your conversation, he'll kind of that awkward, like, okay, I realize you guys are talking, but I want to talk to you next, so I'm just gonna like stand slightly and like look at you, but not look at you, but look at you.
Thomas, welcome.
Good morning. How's it going?
It's great. It's great.
Fair enough. Random question: has any mail come in for me lately?
No, I would have let you know.
Fair enough.
Were you expecting some?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I shall be sure to let you know when it arrives.
Oh, yes. I sent out that letter and bottle 2-3 weeks ago now. So.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yes. So I was expecting a return, but then again, it takes a while.
Mhm.
So nothing can stop the mail, but nothing can speed it up either. So.
Absolutely. Well, not entirely true, but nothing ethical can speed it up. Oh, look, it's the rest of the team.
I
Hi.
was about to say, at about that time, there is a thud at the door, and as you all turn, Steve gets up and goes, "I fell down."
Hi, Steve.
Also worth noting that Thomas gets a potion today, I believe.
Yes, Thomas, you get
Yes.
a potion today of small healing. I can't remember the real name. It's the
I'll take
smallest
it.
healing potion. Anderline gives it to you and says, "This is an investment on
Minor.
you living long enough to make me some money."
Being as I'm rather squishy and often used as bait, this is a good thing to have, and I'll put it in my pocket. And so,
Cool. You can add that to your character sheet if you haven't already.
fair enough.
It's basic, minor. I can never fucking remember what it's called. Minor. It's minor. Thank you, chat. No.
Scree still has strips of bed linen wrapped around her arm.
Anderline doesn't even. She's just like, cool.
Yeah.
Not even phased. She's seen some shit. Yes, Neris.
Does Angeline have a high perception?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
That
her
may-
whole jam.
Okay. I figured since she's this year's the lady, but I
Mhm.
just wanted to make sure. That may come in play later.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Being perceptive is what she does.
Doesn't hurt to check.
Okay. Once you've all gathered, she says, "Okay, well, have any of you been to Arabella's farm before?"
No.
Lorelei, I'm not surprised at all. Well, she's meeting you there. So, well, no, more precisely, you're going there, and she's there because that's her home. So I don't know. Do you have questions for me, or do you want to just head on off?
Well, I do have a question. Forgive me. I know I'm new, but what's the standard operating procedure here? Do we go and just... Has there been any briefing? Do we know what we're going up against? Do we figure it out on the way? And I'm just going to kind of be like looking around to see if anybody's like, yeah, we just do that. We just wing it.
Well, it depends on the mission. In this case, I know that Arabella thinks something is in her barn eating her chickens. That's what I know.
Fair enough.
You're a creative and skilled bunch of people. I'm sure you can handle whatever's in her barn.
What could possibly go wrong? By the way, does the barn need to be standing when we're done?
Preferably, yes.
Fair enough.
How
Fair enough.
far is the barn
Thomas will
from
take out a
the,
small notebook and write in his notebook a little bit.
What was your question, Stump?
How far is the barn from, say, the tower?
The guild hall, you mean?
Yes.
Probably not that far. Circle Creek's not a big place. Like, couple of kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles. Half as many miles, roughly.
That's a
Not
slow
far.
20-minute mosey. It's close.
Yeah, it's close. Basically, you've got it's like a farm town. You've got a tiny little town and then a lot of farms around the outside.
When Stump's mouth is clear of the cookies, he's. I mean, if possible, am I allowed to bring it back and cook it? If it's
Whatever's
something
in the
we can
barn. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Whatever's in the barn, including the chickens.
That is a negotiation with Arabella.
If it is a person, we are not cooking it though. Just crazy thought. Just want to put it out there.
It's like weird.
eat. Person shaped.
I'll love that. That's weird.
To be fair, the definition between person and not person in Azuria is grey at best.
Talking to a bipedal cat.
Yeah.
It's like Dino Chicken Nuggies. We're good.
If you grind up anything, eventually it loses shape. So, it just, we'll go from there.
Well, on that macabre note, how about you head off and do your job?
Alright, bye.
Squeeze out the door.
Yeah.
All right. So you head off on your 20-minute mosey to Arabella's farm. When you get there, you will see that there are some fields of like the things you would feed chickens, like grains and that kind of thing, but mostly and leafy vegetables and that kind of business. Not fields, not like she's selling produce, like she's growing enough to feed creatures. And there are several like kind of chicken coopy areas with large open bits for them to run around and do their thing. And you would see in one of these a Venaran woman feeding the chickens. Lorelei, you've probably met her.
Yeah, I've bought chicken from her before. Oh, Arabella.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Oh, you've come to check my barn, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you for your assistance. She'll like come out and close the chicken gate behind her and wander over. I don't think I've met all of you, but I'm Arabella Woodleaf. I do poultry.
Thomas is going to take off his hat. Pleasure to meet you. Put his hat back on.
Oh, goodness.
I'm Steve. Hi.
Hi, Steve.
He just sort of cocks her head, stretches her wings out a little bit, and goes, "Squeeze, squeeze."
Oh, look at you! Aren't you just delightful? Oh. You. She points at Stump. Could you just be real, like, careful around the chickens? They might be a little nervous of you. Not that I think that you're. I just you do rather resemble a major chicken predator.
That's why I don't work with chickens. And he's also at that point he's gonna take off his apron and fold it up.
It's also not untrue.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm afraid I can't really pay you a great deal for this. I've managed to pull together like 20 gold pieces, but I'm very happy to give you a hamper. I have a couple of roast chickens that are prepared for the oven. They've got like a really delicious sage stuffing, and also several cartons of eggs, and some pate. Would that suffice?
Yeah.
That sounds
We are-
like more than enough.
We are getting pate.
Well, yes, I also have geese. It's
Wow.
ethically produced pate. The geese are not, I've heard some terrible stories about the way pate is sometimes made. We don't do those things here.
Very fancy.
Well,
Out of
yes.
character, I have no idea what pate is other than Critical Role. Sorry, I'm
In
Googling it.
character, Steve is asking.
Delicious is what it is, but it's also usually not very ethical. Are you looking it up? Delicious.
You believe
Very
there's
nice.
something in the barn. What led you to believe this? Just out of curiosity.
Well, I'm no investigator or detective, but I was a bit tipped off by the large amounts of chicken feathers in the barn and the lack of the rest of the chicken.
Fair enough.
Apart from the fact that it was there and now it's nothing but feathers. Usually that implies that there was some sort of struggle and the chicken lost.
Have you heard anything or seen anything? Anything that you could give a description on, or just the remnants of lack of chicken?
Well, there've been a couple of incidences where there was a lot of noise. Chickens can be quite vociferous in their alarm. And when I came out to investigate, I found that there were missing chickens, but I have not seen whatever it is taking them. I did go and poke my head up and have a quick look around, but to be honest with you, I'm a little nervous of trying to take whatever's up there on. It's not really my area of expertise.
Fair enough.
And I thought, since you were all here, I maybe didn't need to. Yes, Steve.
You said there were like lots of feathers. Do they like have really nice beds in there? Were they maybe having like a pillow fight?
Oh, I don't think so, unfortunately. Chickens' beds are usually made of hay,
Thomas is just gonna rub his head.
not
just
not
okay.
feathers.
Cool.
This might sound like a questionable question, but it's relevant. Is there been a lot of blood and carcass or anything left behind?
No, that's why I think perhaps it's eating them.
Oh?
Or taking them back to wherever it's staying.
Okay.
I keep the loft of the barn is a storage place, and I keep hay bales and other useful things up there. So there are plenty of places to hide. I will be honest and say I didn't investigate too intensely up there, for fear of what I might uncover.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not one
may
of
we
the
see it?
usual predators. No coyotes, possums, anything like that.
I mean, it's normal to have those sorts of things around here, but they don't usually. They usually go back to the forest. Like we occasionally have chickens stolen by ordinary predators. But if it's living in my barn, I feel that that's an unfair advantage for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
how m-
expect a certain amount of predatory behavior. That's the natural order, but this feels unfair on the chickens.
How long has this been going on for? I mean, how many
Oh.
chickens are missing at this point?
Maybe a week or so. Like 7 or 8 chickens.
So a chicken a day, roughly.
Yeah.
It's a lot of chickens.
Yeah. It's most unfortunate. And not all of them were ready for their time, Like, I take care of them up to a point and then humanely turn them into food. But not all of these were ready for that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a
Well-
lot of chickens, but I feel that there's something hinky going on.
Well, may we see the barn?
Of course. She leads you over to a barn. I have a map for this.
Woo!
Let me
Ooh.
just move you all into a nice little huddle so that I can move you to said map.
What color is her barn?
Obviously, it is red.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Mhm.
That's the rule.
Barns must be red.
Though not the ceiling, which is all you can see.
Oh, this is cute.
So this map is by Dungeon Mapster,
Oh.
who does really cool little, kind of simple drawing ones. They're neat. This is the outside of the barn, obviously.
Right. We should take a look around and see if we can find missing chickens first, because that would be real helpful. Because then maybe they didn't die.
Sure. Thomas will light a cigarette and then walk down to the bottom of the bar.
Okay. Are you just walking?
I'm trying to get down to the end of the barn down there. Am I allowed to move my guy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just gonna get down and then essentially just start working my way across, actually looking to see things. But
What are you looking for?
breaks in the bottom of the barn, so anything tunneling in, tunneling out, any kind of sign of movement, etc. Things like that.
Make a something survival
Survival. Okay.
check. You should be able to just click on it and it
Yep.
should auto. Yeah.
First roll.
Dirty 20.
Oh, not bad. This is not the side with the door. This is like the
Mhm.
back of the barn. There are a lot of chicken footprints, and of what obviously Arabella's footprints. There are also footprints that look kind of canine,
Okay.
and also something sort of serpentine.
Okay.
But no breaks, no holes, nothing like that. Just track.
Which direction are the odd tracks heading? Are they would I follow them along the barn or back towards the door? Where would they go?
They are clearly kind of moving around the building in both directions.
I would like to follow. Just kind of keep doing the perimeter and keep looking. Just gonna be sitting there, just puffing.
They will lead you straight
find
to the
a
door.
missing chicken. Just sitting there, just puffing. Just missing chickens. Yeah, sure, missing chickens.
It does go around the less traveled side of the barn, if that makes sense. But to the door, and it's very obvious that this is a door to chicken trajectory that is being used frequently.
Gotcha.
As he's clearly going off on his own, Narish just sends Mischief along with him, who just quietly follows him around the barn, so he's not completely splitting the party
Just by myself.
It's also
really many trees.
Mid-morning at the moment, so just
What does Mischief look like?
red panda.
He is a little red panda with one of his front paws is white.
Gonna look at him.
There isn't really any
I think I've
trees
seen
in
him
the
at
area.
I've seen him in the
You would have, yeah.
common
Oh,
room.
you-
Yeah, just
you
kind of
saw
look
them.
at him. Want a cookie?
There's no real trees in the area, is there?
I just toss him
They
one of
nod.
the cookies I got.
Trees.
They happily eat it.
Yes. In the general area.
I mean, there are a few. It's not like the forest, but yeah, it's a farm, so there would be some.
But they're a little distance away from the barn.
Yeah.
Okay. Tilly's going to come and land on the roof.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just park her somewhere.
Yep. Fair enough.
Steve is looking for the front door to the barn.
Make a perception check
Looking for it.
Oh no.
because this is Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Perception's my bad one. 11.
Yes, you find the front door to the barn. Good job.
Is it
It's very large.
One whole wall.
Is it here? Is it right here by the entrance, or is it the other end?
Oh no, it's the other
It's
end.
the
You
opposite
can see the
side.
little doors at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can look at that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are there-
I can see inside.
hay doors on this barn?
What was that? Sorry, Jordan?
Are there hay doors on this barn?
Is that normal for barns?
Doors on not all of them, but if they have hay in the loft, there's usually a door on the outside so they can toss
Then
up or
yes, I'm sure there are. Sugarcane farmer's daughter. I don't know about hay. I know about sugarcane. We need some sugarcane farms. I'll be able to give you very detailed information about how they work. Yes, I'm sure there are hay doors then.
down.
Steve is looking in the barn.
Cool. I also have an inside for the barn.
Yay.
This is what Steve sees. I'm pasting you. You'll have to put yourselves back where you are. Sorry.
That's fine.
So basically what you see is a pretty standard barn. It's got some hay bales or some hay in here as well, barrels, boxes, like crates of stuff, and also a lot of feathers on the floor.
Is the farmer still with us?
Oh yeah, she's probably still around.
Okay.
I didn't make her a token, sorry. You'll have to use your
No,
imagination.
That's fair. At this point, I will have done my, my circuit of the barn, and I will let the party know, hey, I found these very interesting tracks that look like they've got a canine and serpent component, and I'll point them out to whoever cares to look at them, so that everyone else can get a chance to examine them.
Stump wants to go look.
Okay.
Does this make me think of things that perhaps look like hairless chickens?
Make a nature check.
Do your chickens usually have hair?
Does Lorelai immediately have PTSD?
Lorelai has some trauma.
I'm still
brother-
stuck on the hairless chickens. I didn't know chickens had hair.
Mexican
19.
ones and some in China.
Cool. What'd you get?
19.
19? No. Those were very clearly large bird tracks. These are very clearly canine in.
Yeah, there's nothing like, ooh, I'm a different kind of animal, but also a reptile about it. It's
apart
not.
from the serpentininess, but
Yeah.
no, the
Do
tracks
the-
themselves are more canine than like those
Is
were
it
very
like-
clearly. They would.
Is it like the
Done.
slither in between the feet,
Correct.
or is the slither? Oh, I see.
Okay. Would I be able to tell if it's... Actually, I don't think there'd be any reason Thomas would be able to tell whether or not it'd be two different animals, or if there's like if that's the belly or if that's the tail. There's no reason that Thomas would be able to know
No,
that.
that's
so.
not his skill set.
Nope. Well,
Does Neris recognize it?
Neris can make a nature check. She comes from a place with weird creatures that are different to Elfian creatures.
She got a dirty 20.
It's not familiar to you. But I would say that with Neris's knowledge of jungles and animals, that it seems clear to you that this is the same creature. It's not two distinct creatures.
She will
Hey,
share that
Stump
information.
Get
Has Gree seen
Stump
anything
smell
like
it.
this before?
Hang on, Stump, you go.
yeah, he wants to just get real close to it and try and pick up a scent.
Okay, make a perception check. A smelly perception check.
25.
Well, I look at my creature. Please hold.
Okay.
25. Please hold for half a second. It smells kind of awful.
Another stinky mission.
Is it
Low-level
No
creatures are
prestidigitation.
often stinky, okay? Do you know how hard it is to find a low-level creature that's not that for a level 1 mission that's not stinky? There's a lot of them. Anyway, also, Stump. It smells just a little bit like rotten eggs. Kind of sulfury.
He's going to get up and come back to the door. I can't for sure say where it is, but I think I can track this thing a little bit.
Well, there's one way to find out, and Thomas will take a big rip off of his cigarette and walk straight through the middle of the barn.
You just walk in?
Just straight walk in.
The feathers go poof around your feet.
Okay. Does he make it to the other side in one piece?
Yeah. Yep.
Good news, not in here.
Is Lorelai where Lorelai is on the map, or is Lorelai watching him?
Oh, I'm
Hey,
by the door now.
There are two
Yeah.
doors, you guys.
Okay.
I just noticed that.
Roll
Let's gonna walk in one side and out the other.
what's Lorelai's perception?
Very high.
Okay. As Thomas walked in, you probably would have noticed like Nair's kind of watching your reaction. But she doesn't say anything.
There is no reaction.
Okay.
She is just smiling.
Has Scree seen anything like these prints before?
You can make a nature check. Lionel,
23.
23. Nope.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
you've
she's
seen
gonna-
canine prints before, and they do look canine. But
Yeah.
not this specific configuration, no.
So
Hey.
maybe it's like a weird puppy. Maybe it's been hurt, and it like needs us to help it. Maybe it's just eating the chickens because it's like needing its strength and stuff. So like maybe we should just wait and try to catch the puppy.
Scree's gonna
Thomas, I
lock
think, is
on to
taking
the
psychic
trap.
damage. Thomas is taking psychic damage hearing Steve speak.
Oh no.
Thomas is
Oh,
gonna die today. Does he say anything?
Nope, just sitting there, just
Okay.
okay. Because I walked through the barn and now I'm just gonna walk back.
Mhm.
On the walk back, being less bait, I would like to take some time to kind of look and see if do I notice these tracks
Make a
going into anything.
perception.
Like,
I will say that
perhaps-
the barn floor is stone, so it's not as
Okay.
easy to.
Fair enough.
And also, she suggested it was in the loft, and there is a ladder up into the loft.
23.
Crazy.
There are no tracks because of the stone,
Fair enough.
but there is a ladder, as is been previously pointed out.
Hey, Lorelai, cover me, and I'm gonna start climbing the ladder.
Nair's
Stump.
like, Thomas, wait. Why don't we send Mischief up?
I don't think he can hear you. He's like moving real fast.
Does Thomas stop?
He'll stop on like the third rung. Be like,
Mischief
Fair
will
point.
climb over him
Fair
because
point.
they can.
fair point.
I know we
I'm
can't
not.
change
I'm not
the
used
map.
to having disposable minions.
Stump is going
Well,
to
he's not
take some of those hay
disposable,
bales
but-
Hang
and
on.
put them.
Stop.
at-
Stump. Go.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Stump's going to put a couple of those hay bales around the base of the ladder,
Okay.
so that when he goes up,
I'll help you with that.
Stump's not going up. Stump is just moving hay bales because
Cool.
somebody's coming back down.
He's essentially making a crash mat, is what he's doing.
Yep.
Cool. Excellent. All right. So,
So,
Mischief,
Mischief climbs up, and they do like use Thomas's head as like a little step when they
that's
get
fair.
above
Fair
him.
enough.
All right.
This is Thomas's first mission. He's got to make an impression, so he's going up after him.
Make an impression.
Mischief. You go up into the loft. Make a perception check. If Mischief has specific smell perception, make a specific smell perception check. I don't know if that's a thing Mischief has.
It can be, but I took climbing instead.
That's fine. So just an ordinary one then.
Let me find this for the little guy. But Neris would occasionally be doing the share senses like Dahlia does. I got a 7 at the moment.
It is quite gloomy up there. Like there's no windows. It's sort of dim. And there's a lot of hay bales. Nothing immediately jumps out and tries to eat the panda. But he also doesn't see anything in particular.
They're too cute for that.
Nothing is too cute to be eaten.
Thomas would get there and just be like, barely, like, it's like looking left and right.
Does Thomas have the ability to see in dim light?
He's human, no.
Make a perception check.
4.
I will adjust accordingly.
23.
Oh, okay. It is dim, so he can't see super clearly. But he can see a lot of hay bales. More precisely, though, it smells terrible. It smells like something has eaten a lot of stuff and is nesting here and doesn't have excellent hygiene.
Thomas would like to go ahead.
It smells like where an animal holes up and takes its food. You
Fair
know?
enough.
Yeah.
Thomas would like to basically hit the top of the ladder with his chest and then fold over and crawl onto the platform, just trying to stay as low as possible, but
Please.
He's going to start low crawling in.
Make a stealth check for me.
Stealth check it is. Come on, man, this is what you're supposed to do. 24.
Okay. In that case, let me show you the part of the barn you're on. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do this that way. Copy. You'll all be in the same place. Approximately. Oh, that didn't work at all.
We're in the same position.
Oh, you can move yourselves.
Where'd I go? Oh,
You're right on the ladder.
Yep, got it.
Yep.
Now I'm under
Now
Lorelei.
you're
There
under
we go.
Lorelei.
Oh, there's the hay door.
Yep, there it is.
Oh yeah, check it out. I'm glad someone here understands how barns work. We don't have barns on sugarcane farms. That's not a thing. All right. So Thomas, where are you going? What direction are you going in?
Like I said, just low crawling,
Mhm.
kind of looking around. I'm just gonna poke my head back over and just try to very quietly. It smells like absolute ass up here. I think it's up here.
No, donkeys can't go upstairs.
They can go upstairs. They can't go down. Trust me. I know. Now.
Okay.
Can't turn on its top.
And then I'm just basically I'm just gonna be laying flat there, and it's just a matter of inching my way forward to where I'm just trying to get as much of a visual as I can. I'm not trying to see the creature itself, but if I can come up and see some bones or some blood, okay, cool. I know I'm going the right direction kind of deal. So I'm just very slowly trying to move forward and backwards.
I need to know which direction you're going in. On
Towards
the map.
towards the door.
Towards the hay door.
Yep.
Okay. As you proceed inwards, the smell does get worse.
Cool. Okay.
But you don't see any residual things from where you are.
I'm gonna look at the little panda. And
Is Mischief still upstairs?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
They would have started working in the opposite direction after staring at Thomas with their head tilted for a while.
just gonna start talking to it. It's just Don't tell any of the others. I have no idea what I'm doing. Where is this damn thing?
Mischief, are you being sneaky?
Relatively. They're being quiet. I wouldn't say sneaky.
Make a stealth check.
If there's,
Hmm.
if there's a difference. $16.
16? What did I roll?
Yes.
Okay. Where is Mischief going?
The opposite direction of Thomas, unless Thomas was going to direct them to a certain area. But
So Thomas is
since he
going
didn't,
north, essentially.
Yes.
Nares will
I'm
start
heading
or
towards
Nares-
the door.
Okay.
The hay door.
Thomas, as you get about
Yep.
halfway across that floor towards the hay door, so maybe 2
Okay.
blocks up from where you are right now,
Okay.
you hear from your right a very low growl.
I'm going to just like rotate my head. Everything else freezes.
You see hay bales. Make a perception check, bearing in mind that you're in dim light right now, so it's
Yep.
limited.
13. Good old lucky 13.
You see hay bales.
But I heard a growl.
It's very much the low, threatening growl of "get the fuck out of my place." I feel like even Thomas, city boy
He's
that
gonna
he is,
start
would recognize it.
like low crawling backwards, just. If he can get out of there without getting attacked, he's gonna low
if you
crawl.
retreat, then it's fine. Then it will
Yeah,
not.
no, he's just gonna low crawl to the point where his head's like hanging out over the ladder. Found it.
Is it a puppy?
Only if the puppy wants to kill you. It's a murder puppy.
do you
That's
point it
some
out
puppies.
like with your hand or anything?
No, because as far as
Okay.
everyone else is under like on the level below me.
I meant
So I'm just
for
saying
the
I found it.
panda. For the
Panda went
okay.
the other way, so
Right, but they can still hear you. So
that's fair. Fair. No,
Bring
I'm
the
just gonna like
board.
look down at people and be like, "Hey, found it."
what is it?
Angry.
I've never heard of it angry.
It's a new creature. Trust me, it'll be fascinating to study. Get up here.
Scream was bored. She's hearing this thing is going, right, yep, and she's up.
Okay, you're climbing the ladder.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Are we
Are
all
you
going
being-
to fit up there?
Are you being sneaky at all, Scree?
I'm just trying to work this out. You said it's angry, yep, she's going to be sneaky.
Okay, make a stealth check then, please.
Yeah.
I'm going to re-roll perception because I definitely heard mischief.
23.
So it's going to... No, that's the wrong button.
Not the button.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. 23 to be up there. Yay.
Mhm. That's fine. Still growling. It's just this low, like, threatening kind of growling noise coming from the top right.
Are we all going to fit up there, Thomas?
Oh, here, just real quick.
Mhm.
So where Thomas is that where you're talking about, like up in there?
Yeah, like up in that corner, more or less.
Okay,
That's
got
the
it.
general direction it's coming from. Yeah.
It looks like everyone will fit up there.
Yes.
Not a
See.
lot of space.
Can the sound, can it be heard down below, or is it just those up there?
It's pretty low. It's just that, like, I mean, I'm sure you've all heard a dog do that, like, just low, menacing kind of
Mhm.
warning growl. That's what it is. That's what it
Mhm.
sounds like.
Plus, the hay is probably dampening some of the sound for us down here.
So I would say you can't hear it downstairs.
Cool.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Scree. Okay. We could fight it up here, or we take it down onto the crash pad down there, and we give everybody more room. What do you think?
He's just going to blink at him.
Got it. Let's do this. And
Scree, strategist. No.
Thomas is gonna, he
Debate?
talked about the message. He gave the message, so he's going to stand up and bolt to the hay door.
Okay.
And if it's open, he's gonna close
it's not
it.
open. Yeah.
Okay,
it's
got
closed.
it. So he's
Yeah.
basically just
I know
gonna
it's up
throw
on
his
the map,
back up
but-
against it, and
Yep.
then turn and like stare at the hay bales and see what happens.
Can Scree see anything in the hay bales?
Does Scree have the ability to see in dim light?
Low light and dark vision.
Okay. Make a perception check. You have a much lower DC than Thomas.
Whenever I'm getting the same number, I'm getting 13.
Okay.
The lucky number.
I would say you can't see what's in the hay bales, but you can clearly see that there is that something has created like a passage, like a burrowed a passage through it. Something that makes it look like it's a fairly biggish creature. Probably at least as big as Scree. At least. You can't see the creature, but you can see where it's made a pathway.
Mischief has moved back since they found nothing in the other way.
There's nothing to find on the other way.
Oh. You say
The
it's
makeshift-
around about... Oh, it's not going to ping for me.
Well, you don't know. You know it's somewhere in that corner because that's where the sound is coming from, and you can see the pathway, but you don't know exactly where it is.
Yep. Continuing the impetuousness that Thomas
not
has to do
listening.
in order to prove himself.
Oh boy.
He's going to strike one of those
Number one
matches he
character.
used to light a cigarette to see if he
Oh,
can't
boy.
get a better vision. Or
Curious
does he
chitters.
see
Lighting a fire in a
anything?
hay barn.
Chitter.
Says the pyromancer.
Just a match.
Just a match. Just like trying to light to get a general idea, like see if
I
you
mean-
can see anything.
You could make another perception check.
Okay. Yeah, it's an 11.
You see a lot of very dry hay.
Oh,
Yes, Lorelai.
immediately realized it was a bad idea.
Chitter.
I'm going to walk around under the platform, under the loft, and I'm just going to keep pinging detect magic, purposely ignoring my companions. So I just need to know if I'm getting a sense of magic.
I would say no.
Okay.
No.
Can Stump climb up the ladder?
Sure.
While Stump's
Climb up the
crawling,
ladder.
Mischief crawls up on top of Thomas's shoulder and bops him on the head.
Cool.
Stop that.
And
I gave
chitters
you a cookie.
angrily at him.
I'll give her the other cookie.
Fire bad.
He takes it, but they're still like bad Thomas for the fire.
Stump, once you get up there, you can also hear this low, threatening, growling noise coming from that top corner.
I've
He's
got
gonna
an
stick
extra
a head in the hole.
sandwich.
Scree sticking her head in the hole in the
In the burrow hole, yeah.
Okay.
Can...
Make a fortitude save.
And we have no sense
27.
of self-preservation.
With the level 1 characters, it's fine.
Exactly. We are the disposable minions now.
27 on fortitude.
Okay. It smells fucking horrible, but it also winds, so you can't see where it goes. It's not a straight line. It's like it's moving between. It's taken the path of least resistance. It's moving kind of between the bales, not straight through them. Lorelai.
Stump, is the stinkiness, the same? there? Still bad?
Pretty bad.
Worse.
But can you do me a
Worse.
favor?
Yeah.
Remind me to pay for this later. He's going to
Oh, jeez.
take out his axe. He's just going to start hacking at the hay end over here.
Oh, just the hay? That's
The
not bad.
hay.
Yeah, he's going to break the bands and then start letting it fall off the loft.
Okay.
Hey.
When you start doing that, Scree, is your head still in the hole?
Well, yeah. She's in a good luck.
You see something large rush towards you.
Yep.
You can barely even see really what it is. It looks kind of like a dog face, sort of, but
Mhm.
there's something wrong about it, but you don't have time to figure that out before it
Yeah.
bites you. Oh, hang on. I pressed the wrong thing. Nope,
Oh,
that's
boy.
claws. We want jaws. There we go. For 19?
Yes. Yep.
Cool. I need you to please take 5 points of
Oh, jeez.
slashing damage, I assume is S, from Jaws. That's
Yeah.
interesting. And 1 point of what is apparently just evil damage.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Cool.
There we go.
For a split second there, I thought you had said 19 damage. I was like, well,
No,
Thomas
no,
has
no.
17
19,
points.
19 to hit. And we're going to go into combat at this point.
Let's do it.
However, before we go into combat, given the time it is, I'm going to say we're going to have a break.
Cool.
We're going to have a little break,
Hey.
and we will come back for the big fighting of the bad puppy.
Bitter, bitter.
I
Bad
didn't
wolf.
grab this, but I figured that given the current story points in Discord, that this would be an excellent week to give away Illusions of Innocence, which is a book that I made many years ago, which is an anthology of short stories about children who are very smart. Many of these stories are terrifying because when you ask people to write stories about children who are very smart, it turns out grown-ups are really scared of smart kids,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
So they're not all terrifying stories. Some are funny and sweet and whatever, but many of them are pretty horrible, including the one that the cover illustration is from, which is about a terrifying little girl at a fun fair. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to give that book away. I can't imagine what made me think of that today. Lionel is going to play some games with you during the break, and we'll be back in 10-15 minutes to see what happens next. Don't go anywhere. Hang out, play some games. We will see you very shortly. Bye-bye. Hello, humans of the internet. Welcome back to the Gallant Horde. Very fittingly, Kyle has won a book. Kyle, please email me and give me your postal address and I will send you said book. So, you have antagonized the creature in the barn.
Oh, good.
And it has bitten Scree in the face. And now we are going to have fights, I guess. So we have done all the initiative things during the break, so we are basically ready to go. So we're just gonna dive right in, I guess. Unless anyone
Forgive me,
has any...
I'm new. Is there a place I can see where everything's in line or anything on D20, roll 20? Or
Yes,
I just trust you.
there is a little on the left-hand side. There's a toolbar.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that?
I do.
There's a measure one, which lets you do area of effects and lines and all sorts of things,
Okay.
and it will also tell you the distance. So
Gotcha.
that is probably the best way. I will, however, say that you cannot see the creature. And it is your turn. Thomas, go.
Cool. All right. So at this point, he's hacking and slashing, and Scree just got bit in the face.
Which you didn't see because her face was inside the hay.
That is fair.
Presumably, you
Is
would
the
have
rest
heard
of
some
is the rest
screeching.
of her body reacting
Yeah.
like she got bit in the
I would
face?
assume so.
Cool. I would like to move. Oops. Hold on. I need to stop measuring things. Stop measuring things. All right. I would like to move there. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah. Assuming these are 5
They're
feet.
fives, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So essentially, I would like to, if I can, seeing her like get, like messed up and trying to pull back, essentially sprint and just hit her in like a tackle and pull her out of the hole.
Okay, I believe that is a shove action.
Okay.
Scree, are you resisting?
No.
Okay, just make a strength check for me, please, Thomas.
Not my best.
She's not resisting, so
13.
Yeah, that's
Lucky
good
number 13.
wow, that's like that's your roll today.
It
Yeah,
is.
you can knock her over. The thing is not holding on to her, so you're both now knocked away from.
Okay. And so let me see. I'm trying to see where the shove action, like how much that cost me in points.
It's one action. So
One?
you've moved
Okay.
and you've shoved, which is 2 out of 3.
2. Okay. So, for my last one, I mean, really, I guess it's a matter of, I'm just gonna blindly stab my rapier into the hole. So, like,
Okay.
I can't stop to take a look because I don't have enough. So just like shove her out of the way and then just stab blindly into the
right.
hole. Hope for the
Make
best.
a attack. I'm going to give the creature a +2 circumstance bonus because you don't know where the fuck it is.
Yeah, distinctly possible. Yeah. All right. 14.
No. Your rapier
No?
does not connect.
Cool. Stabbing the hay. Just.
Cool. That's you?
That's it. And now
Lo-
I am directly in front of the hole.
Yes, you are. Lorelei.
Oh, hello. Can I hear the sounds of a tussle?
Oh, I'm screaming at this point.
Yes. You
Ah,
can hear Thomas swearing profusely.
I look around to Steve and to Neris, and I go, oh, it seems like we are in a tussle. How high is the ladder?
Door, well, 20 feet. Slightly more than a
Okay.
story according to the Megan feet cheat sheet. Which I
Okay.
still use.
I get to the top basically, if
Mhm.
you count
Mhm.
the bottom and the top to count as anything too.
Yep.
And I see a bloody Tengu face.
Yep.
And
You
a
do.
guy stabbing some hay.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm stabbing
And-
that hay bale.
And and a cat gentleman also slashing at hay.
Mhm.
Ah,
That is, in fact, what you see.
Yeah.
all right. Very cool. Can I question?
Mhm.
Is this smell just bad hygiene smelly or death smelly?
Oh, there's some death smelly in there too.
All right.
There are definitely dead things that are rotting.
Cool. Ah, awesome. Okay.
You can probably surmise, being a farm girl and based on what Arabella told you, that this thing has been bringing the chickens up here and devouring them. Messing.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to use a second, and I'm going to move here,
Mhm.
and
So the hole is like here-ish, I would say.
is
Oh wait,
sorry. Oh yeah.
yeah. So Thomas,
Yeah.
you would have pushed Scree like here, and you would be here.
Right there. Okay.
In front of it. Hey, nice big.
Actually, I'm going to stay where I was.
Can you
Oh,
see in dim light, Lorelei?
Oh yeah, I can see in dark.
Cool.
I have
checking.
dark
Then
vision.
you can definitely see the hole where Scree got mauled.
I'm going to stay where I was actually and shuffle that last 5 feet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stroke the creepy dry hand on my belt. And I'm going to use Mage Hand to try to shuffle off some hay. Is that possible?
From where?
From where I am on the map. I am here.
No. What I mean is, what hay are
Oh,
you?
from like this general area. I
Okay,
believe
so
I should.
This thing has burrowed between bales, so essentially there's like a gap between the bales that it's used to get in. Stump has been destroying the bales right at the edge, so the bales where the hole is are still intact and held together.
I
Yeah,
thought maybe some had fallen.
Only these end ones here would.
Yeah.
The bends are broken, so those would fall pretty easy.
So I'm not sure your mage hand is going to be able to do much with that
Okay.
particular area.
I thought some had already in that area fallen.
Just when he started, beating on this thing's nest with a axe or whatever,
Yeah.
it got
yeah,
testy.
Someone's attacking my house with an axe. Totally fine. Nah, fuck that.
Oh, that's right. Thomas hasn't realized what his axe is, has he?
Oh,
No,
it's a
I have no
cleaver.
idea.
It's just a gigantic fucking meat cleaver.
Meat cleaver.
Boy.
Like the same you would see in a butcher shop with like a hook hole and everything.
Oh, good. Well, I'm currently stabbing a hay bale, so.
Okay, so I tell Scree, stay close to me, Scree, and I cast Sealed Others. So if Scree takes any more damage, I will take half.
Okay.
But you have to stay close, Scree.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Stump.
Stump is going to stop swinging and start walking over to the hay door.
Mhm.
And just like someone's dad yelling at you to hold the flashlight, he's just upset. He's like, why is there no light yet? And he undoes the hinge for the door and just pushes it open.
Okay.
So it should be
Yep.
pretty
So now,
well lit here now.
there is light in there. Good work, Stump. Anything else?
And then he's just going to step back a bit to make sure door doesn't swing back shut. And
Okay.
he's just going to watch. He can't rage, so
Okay.
yeah, he's just going to watch.
Cool. Scree.
Scree's had her face bitten, shoved around. She's angry. She's gonna pull out her dagger and head back towards the hole and try to flail in there.
Gonna crawl in after it.
So
He's a
I'm
little
still
bit
standing in front of
hesitant
the
about
hole, so-
crawling in, but
you're going back into the hole?
she's gonna go to the entrance of the hole. She's not gonna try and go in because she's very much aware that the wings are slightly unwieldy.
I am still
Okay.
sitting there stabbing.
So you're right next to Thomas.
Yeah. Also, trying to stab, but with a dagger.
Okay. Make a attack roll with your dagger.
17.
Misses because you can't see the monster.
Just sitting there stabbing a hay bale just over and over.
I can't wait until you guys face actually scary monsters.
Okay. Now she's taken out some anger. She's going to try and climb up on top of the hay bales
Okay. Oh, hang on.
as her third action.
Please hold. I need
Movement
to
to get back up. And...
figure out how to plug my headphones in. Because they're beeping at me. Oh, thank you.
Yay!
Problem solved. Yay for tech guy. Thank you.
IT to the rescue.
Please hold while I adjust. Thanks, love. Right, now I won't vanish. Okay, they just beeped at me, and I was like, uh-oh. Okay, so that's you, Scree.
Climbing
Scree has
upon
a
top.
healing word, by the way.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay. Steve.
Okay, so like Steve can just about get up with his movement.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's light going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't have to use that spell. Great.
So you can see Scree and Thomas stabbing what appears to be a couple of hay bales. Scree is also bleeding.
A little bit now.
I look forward to how Steve interprets this situation.
Oh man.
Fireball is AoE. Remember that.
Okay, so Steve probably has enough to know that setting fire to the set fire to the
Yes. I think even Steve can work that out.
Alright. So he is going to I'm gonna use a cantrip. I'm gonna use ghost sound.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put it behind the hay.
Okay. What
And
does
I'm
ghost
gonna
sound?
make it sound like screaming angry people that have somehow managed to get behind them to try to force this monster out.
I think I need to know. No, maybe not. Maybe not. No, please continue.
Yep. It's gonna say, I don't feel like this is very productive. Let me like see if I can coax it out. And then he'll like use his staff and just like
Straight into
He'll-
me. All right.
do like a motion with the staff,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't appear like anything has happened. And then you hear a couple seconds later the screams of people from behind the head.
Oh, boy.
So, can you tell me about Ghost Sound as a spell specifically
Yes.
and mechanically, because it may be relevant?
You create an auditory illusion of simple sound, maximum equal to 4 normal human shouting. Sound emanates from a square you designate within range. Range is 30 feet. I can't create words or intricate sounds. So it's just like hubba.
Okay.
Ah,
But
ah,
it
ah.
doesn't have any particular mechanical
Nope.
things. Alright. Okay. Cool.
My goal is to just try to get it out.
Okay. So,
That's
that's you?
all we can do.
Alright. Neris. I rolled
How
shit
tall is the ladder?
initiative, guys. What did I say?
20 feet.
20.
20 feet.
20? Okay. That's perfect. Scree can be seen outside of the hay bales, right? Like her tail
Yes,
and her
yes.
feet.
Oh no, she's
Okay.
been.
She's
Thomas
on
knocked
top.
her out, so she's out.
She climbed
Gotcha.
up on
Okay.
top.
Oh, she climbed on top.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
So Neris is going to come all the way over here because she has 40 feet of movement,
Mhm.
and she is holding action a thing in Pathfinder.
I believe so, but I think it works differently. Hang on. Okay. Hold. I think you can
Because
hold.
punching hay doesn't seem productive.
No.
Just got to punch enough of it.
You can prepare to take a single or free action as a reaction with a given trigger. However, it does take 2 of your action economy to do so.
There we go. Shawnee has the cheat sheet handy.
I literally
That
has
still
figured it
works.
out.
So she's gonna hold flurry of blows.
Okay.
For when she sees an enemy antagonistic creature, like whenever the thing comes
Yep.
out. And then for Mischief, do the hay bales go all the way to the top of the barn, or
No.
is there's room on top for?
No,
okay.
there's room on top.
So Mischief is gonna get up on top and try to see if they can see like anything behind or.
Okay, make a perception check for Mischief, please.
And just to be above board, Flurry of Blows is only a 1 action economy thing. Cool.
Yes. It's 2 hits but 1 action. Percept? Where's my percept? There we go. Come on, little guy. 18.
Mischief can see that in the very far corner, there is like a hollowed out, like where the hay has been over time moved, area that is obviously like a nest that is full of bits of the things this thing has been eating, mostly chickens, chicken feet, and you know the not tasty bits, and
The green lumpy bit.
depending on your perception, I suppose. Maybe the less easy to chew bits. I don't know. Oh gosh, this is distracting. But cannot currently see the creature due to the fact that it is in the burrow part of its. It's like made a little burrow through the hay, and then it's widened out to this nest part. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So Mischief can see
Yes.
the nest part, but the creature is actually in the burrow right now.
Okay. That
Okay.
is our turn.
Cool beans. I believe that brings me to my baddie.
Oh boy.
Is that right? Why are you not?
Bring it on.
Why are you not in the thing?
Jax.
Weird.
Should we
Oh,
up to less?
Okay. It is going to. Well, Thomas, you're right there.
Bye.
So, out of the hole comes something that looks like the front part of a dog, if it was kind of like a bulldogish sort of thing, but hairless, no fur.
Okay.
It has 2 front dog paw things, and its back part is all snaky.
Happy?
Kind of.
Not a goddamn puppy.
It also has a really long forked tongue, like a snake, coming out of its dog face. It is going to. Let's put it on camera. I may have put its initiative at the wrong thing because I don't know how this works.
Too far away.
That's
So it is going to. What is it going to do?
Lee.
You're right.
Please.
It is going to bite you. Nom nom. Maybe if I can figure out how to do that. There we go. That is a 13 to hit.
13 misses.
It's gonna try again. Also misses.
Lucky number 13.
Sad. It snaps at you a lot. And then, because it can do this thing, just checking the exact details of it. Thomas.
Yep.
So what you see is the front part of this creature come out at you, snap at you, and you like dodge it really well.
Okay.
And then it disappears.
Like it doesn't go back, it just disappears.
It just poofs.
Not again.
Oh, good.
Jax.
It's invisible.
Yes,
For reference, for me, is it Fey in any way?
it is not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gone.
Just blinked out of existence.
As far as you can tell, that is what has happened.
Cool.
So, oh shit, go away. Oh, technically it should have gone first, but never mind. I don't know how this works. Okay, Thomas, your turn.
Cool. Well, seeing it blink out of existence there, not exactly sure what the action economy would be, but I'd like to take my rapier, flap it down on one of the hay bales, and then try to just throw all of that loose hay up into it to, like, basically coat the whole area to give us
Mundane
an
fairy
outline of it.
fire is what you're trying
Straight
to do.
up. Yep. Yep.
Cool.
If I had stand, I would cheat and throw it in its eyes. So.
Excellent idea. Which would have been great if it wasn't visible, but it all just lands on the ground.
Oh. I'm gonna keep throwing hay. Because I just think I missed it. Like, it's invisible, I just missed it. And I'm just going to, like, I guess I don't know if speaking is a free action, but it's like, hey, it just disappeared. It's invisible. Shit. As I'm throwing hay everywhere. Flower girl from hell.
Alright, Lorelai?
Need to get Thomas some glitter.
Glitter bomb.
Glitter bomb.
Yeah.
I made a homebrew spell called Glitter Bomb last season.
Yeah.
Be useful right now.
I am going to... Yep. It blinking has thrown me for a loop. Can I do a perception check for any sound of, like, landing or rustling for repositioning?
Yep.
Ooh, fuck. Only an 18. I rolled a 2.
Only an 18.
No.
Wouldn't it?
You do not hear any footsteps or anything of that kind.
Okay. Yep. I am going to... Ready. If I see it within 5 feet of me, I will slash at it.
Okay. Okay,
That's me.
that's you. Stump.
Well, not much he can do, but he likes what Thomas is doing, so he's going to reach into his bag and pull out a couple of sticks of chalk and just slam it against his cleaver until they're powder, and then just throw it around, like,
Okay,
the first 5 feet or so around him.
cool.
And then he's just going to say, well, why don't you just start knocking hay down? It can't hide anywhere after that.
There is no outline of a creature in your chalk cloud.
Cool. He'll take out his rope and he'll start tying it, but that's it.
Tying it.
Into like a lasso, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Gotcha. Scree.
Can Scree see where the nest is from the top of the bales?
Scree can make a perception check.
Okay.
There's a lot going on. What is Scree paying attention to?
She's more interested down there. Okay.
What'd you get?
She's not seeing anything. She got an 8.
Nah. You're not focused in that direction.
I just hit you with a handful of hay
Okay.
as I'm throwing it around everywhere.
This close to trying to take Thomas out.
What are you doing, Scree?
Not being able to see that makes it awkward. Okay, she's just going to move to the back of the hay bales and just watch.
Okay.
See if anything moves. So just scanning out.
Cool.
But away from the edge that was starting to be pulled down.
Yeah.
But
Steve.
still on steady footing.
Yeah.
Sorry not to cut you off, Kyle, but Scree just broke my spell, so that's not helping you anymore.
Yeah.
Cool.
He doesn't know how close is close.
Steve?
And she's been smacking
So
it.
Steve is gonna kind of look at everybody and kind of ask, like, did anyone, like, try to talk to it or, like, coax it out first?
We tried to coax it out, and it bit us.
Did you use food?
It thought Scree was food.
Okay, you don't have time for a conversation.
I was gonna say. Steve is a little annoyed with that, considering most of his animals, large animals that he thinks are kitties and puppies. So he is going to. I want it to. No, that'll check your one. Sorry. I'm trying to do things that are new.
It's all good. New things are hard.
He doesn't. Can. Okay. So there's been a lot of things. He's slow, but he's not the dumbest thing to ever exist. There have been a lot of things lately, and he's been on several missions where things aren't from here. Can he maybe liken this to another creature that maybe isn't from this area? Can he, like, use his turn to try to think about that and figure out what
Like,
this might be?
He's trying to figure out what it is.
What it is, or, like, what he might liken it to, like, see, maybe it's like the kitty, or maybe it's like the things they actually fight with the dryads.
Make a, I guess, nature check.
Okay. I've got the first dot in that. Okay, 21!
I would say that Steve has been on enough missions to know that there are definitely a lot of things that are out of place at the moment, things that have been pulled from where they're from and put down in places they don't belong. And that several of them have reacted with fear and aggression. And that's not super unreasonable given the circumstances. I would not think that Steve can tell whether this particular creature, based on what he knows right now, is just defensive or actively aggressive, if you see what I mean. Like, I would say he can't.
That's kind of where I was going. I wanted to justify it.
Yeah. He would have been, because he was on the Dryad mission too, right?
Yeah.
Where the creature was very obviously evil.
Yeah.
So he knows that that it could be either, but he doesn't know which one this is.
Cool. That's his turn.
Okay. Neris.
Since she saw it attack Thomas, does she have a better idea of recognizing it? What it might be?
You can make a nature check.
$21.
This is not something with which you are familiar. I would say you're fairly certain this is not like a Malahaya jungle creature. Like, you knew what the Paracha was. This is not something you know.
So she knows more of what it's not than what it is.
Yes. But she's certain of what it's not, if that makes sense.
It does.
So this is not something she has encountered.
Like, been in a lot of places, never seen one of these, and its nest is in the back corner. And she's... Bree went in. She's gonna start moving hay bales.
Okay.
I don't know...
Where? What are you moving and where are you moving them?
So... Whichever one, like, whatever ones aren't... Like, ones that, are still banded, so it'd be, like, the front row, to kind of, like, find Scree and bring the creature
Scree's on
out
top.
so they.
Scree's on
I
top of
want
the
the top.
hay bales.
Top and back.
Okay. Well, she's gonna start pulling out so they can get it out in the open and they can either kill it or talk to it or whatever.
Okay.
And yeah, give it less places to hide. So she'll
Alright.
yeah, spend her action. Mischief will stay where they are until
Okay.
they're away.
Happening. Go away. Okay. The creature. I need to make a roll. Sorry, folks. Okay. The creature reappears here. Point of order. Thomas, you did not feel it move past you. At all. And it's large, that if it was invisible you would have.
Okay.
It just reappears.
Good to know.
And it kind of... It's crouched. And it looks super pissed off. Lorelei? Yes, hello?
Just an in general question. Have I felt anything ethereal moving about in this space at all? I have a thing.
I was gonna say, do you have a thing that lets you feel such things?
Yeah, I have spiritual sense, which gives me a vague connection to the ethereal plane. So I can like notice things. If I'm not like, it's one of those things where like if you're looking at it directly, you might not be able to see it, but you see it in the corner of your eye, kind of thing. Have I felt a lot of that action?
Yeah. Aha. That's definitely the vibe.
Thanks. Good.
Alright. It kind of looks around. Now, who had things held and has it appeared in a useful spot? I don't think so, right? You were all melee, yeah. And it wasn't going to appear right next to someone because it's... Yeah. It kind of looks around. And it is going to... check a thing. It is going to go straight for Stump, who is by the open door.
Yeah.
Because
Thank you.
this is a lot of enemies, and it's just one little guy. So, it will run towards you, and bite you. No, you know what? Yeah, I think it might actually just jump into you in an attempt to knock you out of the doorway so that it can escape.
Hey, that was my plan.
So, you are standing in front of its most useful escape route right now. So, I am going to need I believe it's athletics versus the creature's strength.
Cool.
Come on, Stump.
Oof.
17.
I rolled a 3, so it bounces off you
Poppy.
completely.
No.
And
Oh,
then,
no.
because that didn't work, it's going to use its final action to bite you. Because it's unhappy about that turn of events. Does a 19 hit you?
It does.
Please take 3 points of slashing damage and 2 points of evil damage. I'm very amused by the fact that there's such a thing as evil damage. I don't know what that feels like.
I was like, if
I
we
know,
all knew about
it
that,
just-
that would answer questions.
It sure
That's
would,
the point,
but
man.
you just feel like something bad has happened. I don't know.
Upset stomach.
Okay.
Mm.
That brings us to Thomas. It does
Okay.
not disappear this time.
Oh, good. I'm gonna go ahead and then calling kind of over my shoulder as I run to Scree, "Feathers, it's over here!" And
Fearless.
I'm gonna run 1, 2, 3, 4 to try and get essentially between me and it without blocking anybody else. And then I'm just gonna stab it.
Okay.
So take a swing at it with the rapier.
You can now see it, so it's slightly easier
Good.
to hit than previously.
19.
That hits. Roll
Okay.
damage.
5.
5 points of stabby damage.
Yeah. And then trying to see where it talks about the cost of like how much it costs to swing on this guy for my action.
It'll be the
points.
if it's just a standard swing, it's usually 1.
Okay, so
Unless you're
one
doing
action to
something
move,
weird.
one action to swing,
Correct.
and then can I swing him again?
You can, but there's a penalty on it, which is usually 5. But if you have some things, it is 4. If you've attacked it on Hero Labs, there's normally a second attack, and that automatically.
Oh, okay, yep, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and I will swing on it again. Might as well. Oh. Apply sneak attack. Why can I...
Oh,
I did not apply it last time. Whoops. Oopsies.
you should probably do that.
I should, yes. Well, I'm going to swing on it again. That's a 9.
That will miss.
Alright, well,
But-
I will remember to apply my sneak attack
You
next
can
time.
you can roll your sneak attack. It's fine. It's
Oh,
your first
okay.
game. I'm gonna be nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, I'll just roll an extra d6 because. Alright, I'm still working on learning how to use this thing.
So there's a little die at the top of your character sheet that lets you choose what dice you want to roll. So
There it is. Yep.
Yeah, just make that a d6, and it's just 1d6 right now, right?
3. So
Cool.
an extra 3 points
Yep.
of damage as well. Just stabbing it.
Cool.
So, yeah.
That's
And that'll
you.
be my turn.
Lorelei, you can now see it.
Oh, hello.
And I would say with your cool ethereal thing, you know that it jumped into the ethereal plane and out again.
Yeah. Weird question.
Uh-huh.
Can I take an action to vibe check my buddy beside me?
Do you mean Steve?
Yeah. I want
What
to
are
make
you-
sure that if I do something, he's not going to hold it against me.
You can make a...
I guess I could ask, Talking?
Well,
but it's
I would
If-
say make a... You know what? Just make a wisdom check for me.
okay. Okay.
Because it's not really diplomacy or society, because you know him.
14.
I
Which,
mean,
considering it's only a +4, I mean that's.
I would
easy.
say that you feel like there might be something going on with him. That he has some annoyance vibes,
Yeah.
but you're not very clear on what he's annoyed about.
Yeah. Can I also? Sorry, this might use. Feel free to tell me this uses as an action. Now that I can see it properly, and I can vibe check the kind of fighting it's doing, can I do like a check to see if this is a living creature or undead in any way?
Do you have something like undead lore?
No, but I am very religious to a death god, so I was hoping that would count.
Yes, but your death god is very chill
Yes,
about
but-
the undead.
Yeah, but just to know the difference between life and death.
Make
Is-
I'm gonna say nature
Okay.
because it's yeah.
You're not
Yep.
the Raven Queen.
She's not the Raven.
25.
25. You don't get an undead vibe from this thing. It's something else.
Okay. Then I am going to tell them that it's not undead.
I would say
And
that's 2 actions. You've got 1 left.
Yeah. I think this might be a thing. How does one goad? Can I goad it? Can I, as an action, can I just
Sure.
clap and be like, "Hey, Dog, over here. Thank you.
Let me look up
Dankeschön.
goad.
Hund. Can I get your attention? Thank you.
Make a, I guess, persuasion roll. Also, are you speaking in common?
Probably a combination common Sylvan Fenoran.
Okay,
So you said persuasion?
I did.
Is that a thing?
Diplomacy. I forget that this is not D&D, my bad. Sorry.
So,
Still getting
I'm
used
not-
to the difference.
no, it's not your fault. I'm not charismatic, so I don't concern myself with these things normally. 14.
Okay. Guess we'll see.
And we will hope.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Cool. Stump. This thing's right up in your face.
Yeah. Taking his rope, can he lasso it?
He can try. What did we do with this last time? I feel like we had a mechanism for this last time.
Was it an athletic check?
Athletics versus reflex, maybe? Let's go with that.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense to me. When in doubt, make it up.
I'm gonna use my hero point to reroll that.
Okay.
Better, 22.
I rolled a nat 20. For 29.
Wow.
The thing dodges your lasso with astonishing alacrity. What else you got?
Not a whole lot of anything.
A big cleaver.
Right, can he shut the door?
Yeah?
Yeah, he's gonna shut the door.
Okay. Thus plunging you all back into
in the
dim
dark.
light.
Alright, only affects Thomas, it's fine.
Yep.
What else is
It'll
fine?
affect all of you when I start swinging wildly.
Amazing.
As
Cool.
long as Stump doesn't rage, we'll be okay.
Okay. That's you. You're done?
Yes.
Okay. Scree. It's not light anymore.
She's got low
I know.
light and black
Yeah.
vision. She's
Yeah,
fine.
It's fine.
Okay, she got called over. She's scrambling as fast as possible all the way across, jumping down, and she's going to try and grab it.
Okay.
So it's two
Athletics.
actions to
Yep.
try and get across.
Yep. And an athletics check to grab the very angry puppy snake.
16.
Oh, hang on. Let me do this. Oh, I rolled a 2. So yes, you are now holding on to the angry puppy snake. Congratulations!
This is just wrapping everything around. Arms, legs, wings,
Yep.
the whole lot. Just trying to...
Awesome. That's your turn. Cool. Delightful. Steve!
Alright. So Steve, thinking about the kitty, knowing where this creature was, is going to try to subdue it instead.
Okay.
So he's going to take his staff, do a little swoopy swoop, and he's going to cast Hideous Laughter.
On the creature.
Yep.
Okay. Can you please... Does the creature need to understand you for hideous
No, it
laughter
doesn't
to
say
take
so.
effect? Okay, cool. Alright, so what's that, a will save?
It's a will save. 20.
23.
Cool. Okay, so
That would have
is
been
a-
funny, though.
Well, that's a regular success,
Okay.
right?
Yes, I assume so.
Okay.
It's
So
not,
a regular
it's not
success.
10 more than your DC. I imagine your DC is more than 13. Yeah.
No, it's 20. So a regular success, it's plagued with uncontrollable laughter. It can't use reactions.
Even if it succeeds. Wow. Okay.
Level 2
Good.
spell, baby!
It can't react, but it can do the other things. All right, cool.
So it can't, bite things.
Okay. Anything else?
That's 2 of it. And then Steve is going to actually move 5, 10, 20, in case it wants to try to get down the stairs to give it a way out.
Okay.
And Steve's whole thing will be like, I'm gonna make it like chill out for a second. So like maybe we can help it.
The creature starts making a terrible sound that after a few seconds you realize might be laughter? Kind of?
Oh,
Getting
that's
angrier.
Also, I am concealed from this creature for a round.
Okay. You're not
For
its biggest
reasons.
problem according to it.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. Neris.
So Scree did what Neris was thinking. That's cool. So Neris is gonna move, and she's gonna do her flurry of blows. So let me do that. And if one of them hits, it does something special.
I've given you guys so much moral ambiguity now that you don't believe anything is evil. It's so fucking cool.
It literally does evil damage.
Yeah, but nobody, like the people who might be able to make that connection are not the ones that have been bitten by it, so...
14 and a 22.
The 22 hits, the 14 does not.
Okay, still good. She does 7 points of damage, but she's hitting it kind of like open hand. I need it to make some type of save with a DC of 18. It doesn't save. Say what kind, or it is stunned 1.
So probably Fortitude.
It just says my DC is 18.
I'm gonna guess Fortitude, 25. Jesus.
Okay, so it does succeed, so
Yep.
it's not stunned.
Not stunned. But it's looking bruised.
Okay. So, for Steve's benefit, if he was noticing, she did hit it open hand.
Does Steve know the difference? Who could say?
I mean, I've
Alright.
seen somebody throw a punch. I don't know.
Is that you, Neris?
Yeah. Yes, and Mischief stays where they are.
It is the creature's turn. It cannot take reactions, and it is not stunned, and it is very surrounded, and it is being held onto by a small feathered creature, which it does not like.
It's made a habit of eating small feathered creatures recently.
Yeah, right.
This is karma.
It is... Oh, that's interesting. Oh,
That's not disturbing.
cool. Scree, the creature in your hand transforms, and it becomes a tiny, very adorable mewling kitty.
Oh no.
It is pure white, very furry. It has big anime kitty eyes. I need you to make a reflex save to hold on to it because it's now smaller.
Oh,
I just saw that it has a thing called change shape that specifically says it can turn into a domestic animal.
23.
23. Cool. You hold on to it, but it's now a cute little mewling kitty that is also going to bite you. No, I'm gonna make it. It's gonna use its claws because that makes more sense, and it has a claw attack.
Yeah.
So that is 2. So I can only claw you once. That's a natural 20.
Oh no.
Yeah. For it.
I'm gonna just kill tiny little kitty cat. Please take. Oh god, I've got to do the maths. The damage doesn't matter, right? The kind of damage it is. It's 16 in total. 4 of which is evil.
I have 1.
This thing just digs its claws into you. And like anyone who has cats knows, it fucking rips you. But it looks adorable while it's doing it.
Reaction curse.
How long does it stay cute? It doesn't even say. It just says it can do it. Holy shit. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the rest of you watch this terrible, scary snake dog turn into the most adorable little white kitty you've ever seen and claw the fuck out of Scree.
Jesus.
Unsurprisingly, you have the healing words. Scree chat's healed you.
Yeah. Because you had one left. That's what you want, man. If you go down to 0, chat can't heal you anymore. Alright.
Yeah.
Thomas,
Yeah.
this happened right in front of your nose. What are you doing?
So, seeing this, I would like to grab it by the scruff and speedball it into the wall as hard as I can.
Oh. Wow. Steve's gonna kill you. Okay, cool.
You still got hold of it. You have to rip it out of Scree's hands.
I figured it was probably going to
Scree's
get away from
going
you since
to.
it was in the process of like chewing you
I
up.
mean,
I'm gonna,
in fairness, Scree, can you make a fortitude save? Because that thing clawed the crap out of you. You would need to really focus on holding on to it.
Scree has been one of the only people who's talked to Thomas like this whole time.
Yep, what'd you get?
I'm gonna use my inspiration
up.
because that was a nat one.
Oh boy.
Fortitude. 26.
Okay. Are you letting Thomas do this?
No, I'm annoyed
Okay.
at this thing. I'm holding on to it.
So then I need Scree and Thomas to make both make strength checks.
Oh, I do not have a lot of strength.
Contested
Neither
strength
do I.
checks.
Oh,
The ranger and the rogue, let's go.
5.
What'd you get, Chrissy?
20.
You cannot get that kitten out of
20.
Scree's hands. Scree is holding on to it.
Okay, how
One
many
action
points
to
did
try. You've
One
got 2
action
more.
to try. Cool. While still holding on to it, I'm just gonna start shanking it, and I'm gonna yell at Scree, "Stab it! Don't hug it! Let go!"
Okay. Make 2 attacks. I assume you want to stab it twice.
Well, it depends if she lets go or not.
Kill.
I think that ship has sailed.
All right. Yeah. No.
Honestly, that probably saved your life because Steve is a level a lot sorcerer compared to your tiny level 1 rogue. And
I'm aware. 16. I'm not even thinking about Steve. This thing is
I know.
clawing apart one of the only people who's been nice to me in the horde. So
I understand. I'm just.
Yeah.
16 misses.
Very nice.
Please try
15
again.
misses. Okay, stabbing at it again.
Mhm.
That's a 4.
That
Or no, wait, no,
also
sorry, that's a
misses.
17. No, sorry, that's a 17. My bad.
17
Oh,
hits.
17 does it.
17
Okay,
is
cool.
its AC. Yeah.
Nice. That is 5.
Okay. It is starting to bleed.
About damn time.
Yeah. Like
But,
it's
yeah.
it's noticeably its blood is like kind of a goopy, greeny black color. It's not normal kitten blood, that's for sure. Okay. That's you, Thomas.
Yeah, no, that's all I got. I tried to stab it and throw it away.
Lorelei.
Hey, I would like to make a medical check on that kind of blood if I could.
Sure
Have I
thing.
seen anything like this or know kind of
Oh.
anything about blood like this? Medicine check.
Were you
And
on the
plus, I
Dryad
know-
mission?
Yeah,
Were you on the schoolhouse mission?
yeah.
Cool.
I rolled another 2.
You don't know.
It's an 18 in
Oh.
total.
You need to give me the total, surely. Yeah, you fought a few fiendish things, and this feels kind of fiendish.
How's Steve's face looking?
Probably similar anime eyes, I would guess, because
Yeah.
there's a
Oh,
cute
'cause
kitty
you-
now.
Sorry, no, you
Which I
moved away
just
from
saw
me.
get shanked.
Yes,
So
at least
also
once.
kind of furious, maybe.
I was only asking because I thought he was still beside me, and you know when your buddy is standing right beside you and they're in silent rage? I wanted
Yeah,
to check
you
for
can
that,
tell.
but I don't know if I
Looks
have
like
a
he's
reason
moved. No, yeah.
to check that. I
Yeah,
I'm
that is a
looking-
point in chat that the schoolhouse, you were on the schoolhouse mission, right?
yeah.
So you know that the fiend in the schoolhouse
Hmm.
also looked like a sweet innocent thing.
Yeah.
that's a thing that they do. It's a protected defensive mechanism.
Yeah,
Sure.
I know that. I look miffed, and I walk behind Scree, and I cast Heal
On.
Scree.
Okay.
On the kid.
Yeah. On the
It's
kitten.
relevant.
Whose side are you on?
6 points of healing,
Sign of a scared creature.
6 points of healing.
and I call out that it's a fiend.
Okay.
And they
Steve,
are not known for being good. They are evil.
Okay. Cool. That's you?
Yeah.
Stump.
So with Scree holding the cat,
Mm-hmm.
is there advantage or anything on attacks?
I mean, I
Or do you
feel
get
like
a +2?
it's technically some kind of flanking thing, but also it's a tiny little white kitten inside
I'm making
Scree's
it harder.
very feathery hands. So I would say the two things cancel each other out.
Okay.
She
her hands
says
off.
making up rules because she doesn't know how this works in Pathfinder.
gonna walk in front of Scree, and I just read to double check, and if I rage, not everything catches on fire. So
What?
Not
He's going to
everything
rage.
catches on fire.
he's going to rage and take his cleaver, and it's just gonna glow a little red, and he just wants to take the cat and just across its head, its neck, just try and take its head off.
Okay, when you say not everything catches on fire, that implies that something catches on fire.
Just it's bonus damage fire. Luckily.
Okay.
I thought like.
So your
full
cleaver
fire.
is kind of on fire right now.
This
Awesome.
barn is on fire.
I wanted to make sure like
Jesus.
he didn't swing and miss,
Yep.
and then suddenly we're in a burning
Okay.
barn.
Make your attack, I guess. Is rage an action? It's an one action.
Yeah.
One. Yeah.
There it is. Wait, I think I just rolled for damage. What?
Please attack first.
That's great. Wait, where's the attack roll?
It should be in on your cleaver when you hit the dice next to your cleaver. Oh. Gin to the rescue! Oh, Steve.
Oh. So. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize what I was clicking. 15, does that hit?
15 does not hit.
Does not hit.
No.
And then I got a second attack. Yeah, okay. Second attack. That doesn't hit. Third attack.
Cool. No, because you raged.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Wasn't gonna hit anyway.
Cool. That's you.
Okay.
Scree. I assume that's you. You're swinging wildly with a fiery cleaver and missing the little white fluffy kitten that's going.
As it proceeds to rip your throat out.
Scree, you're up.
Scree's just gonna keep on holding it.
Just hold it.
Just hold it.
Okay.
She's small kitten. She has no idea what she's supposed to do with it. It's just like,
Okay.
Well, she was just told it's a fiend and evil, but
Also,
She
beating
was
the
told
shit
that.
out of you.
means nothing to her.
Okay.
Does Steve have
Just a
PTSD?
thing, and if she lets go with one hand, it's gonna go. So she's just gonna hold it.
All right. Fair enough. Steve, it's your turn.
Okay, fine.
We're gonna die.
And fireball.
Nope, that's a cone. No. Crap. Would Steve be smart enough to know if someone is touching something, that shocking grasp would possibly hurt them too?
Make an Arcana check. Is this a spell you've used before?
Nope.
It's a new one. What have we got?
6.
Nope. Steve does not know that. You've never used the spell before.
Great.
You don't know.
Great.
I have fried scurry.
The question is Steve...
Because I need 2, and I have to be able to touch it, and I'm not close enough. So never mind that altogether.
How much movement do you have? You don't have enough movement to get there?
25.
You've only moved 20.
Go up one.
Yeah, I think you can get there.
No. Well.
Yes.
Barnhold.
So yeah, he does shocking grasp because this is a bad kitty apparently.
I see. Okay. I was going to say, are you casting it on Scree or the kitty? Because honestly, it could have gone either way.
Should I make a will save?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Please, is it a save or an attack?
It's an attack.
Okay.
$29?
That's a crit.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Shit. That again. So that's 16 points of electric damage.
To both of them.
Cool.
The kitten
Cool.
explodes.
Spree hits the floor.
And there's like a moment of like, what the fuck? And there's like fiendish, and then on the ground is the original form of this creature, but it is fucked up. It's got like burnt bits and cut up bits, and yes, Lorelei?
Does the body stay?
The body stays. Oh, wait, that's a good point. It's a fiend.
Oh.
Maybe the body doesn't stay. Because fiend. Well, it's a very low-grade fiend, though. No, I think the body stays.
Okay.
Because it's not a... It's a very... It's a baby fiend. Scree is also on the ground.
Question: are we still in initiative order?
Until Scree's dealt with, yes.
Okay.
Steve, that's you?
Yep.
Neris?
So, yeah. We'll see if this can be action. So her first action, because she doesn't know Lorelei is right there, and Lorelei is a healer. Her first action is to punt the body out the door,
Okay.
just in case.
Yep,
Does
fair
she
enough.
need to roll anything?
No, you can just shove it
Okay.
out. That's fine. Yeah.
And then she will like turn to Scree and kind of like cradle her head, but she's not gonna risk it. She's gonna feed her potion that she has, just in case something happens and Lorelei doesn't get to her in time.
Okay. So that will bring her
You have
back.
her little small little minor potion.
So I believe that's 2, 1, 1,
One.
I don't
1d8.
1d8. Okay, then we can go out of combat. Scree, you are wounded 1,
Cool.
but you are no longer dying. So that's
Mhm.
nice.
Well, first thing Thomas is
That's
going to
good
do is shove Steve out of the way and go, with friends like you, who the fuck needs enemies? And shove him out of the way. And I have a med kit.
Good luck for him getting past shoving Steve, because Lorelei is fucking strong, and he gets shoved back.
Lorelei's on the other side of Scree from where I am, so I'm pushing him out of the way to get to Scree because I have a med kit.
Yeah, and you're gonna get through me to get to Scree, because as fast as you can move, buddy, you just pushed one of the only people who's not discredited me lately, so you get pushed back.
So contested strength checks. Let's go.
Strength or athletics?
Athletics.
Athletics. Not as bad as strength, but still pretty bad. Yeah, 4. But okay, so what about for shoving Steve, though?
Steve, you can make also a athletics thing.
Alright.
He's
11.
Solid.
And then for pushing you... Yeah, 3. Yeah, no, not very strong, but just... Dude, what the fuck?
Yep. You just bounce off, but you are angry about it. That's fine.
18 to shove Thomas.
So Thomas
Thomas is
shoved
going
away.
flying.
Yep. Scree, you are now conscious, by the way.
Yep.
And Neris is.
Where do you think you can lay your hands on someone?
Because he's an idiot!
Oh, and you have been very smart today.
Steve, I need you to make a will save.
Sure do.
As they're arguing, Neris will yell "enough," and she'll stand up with Scree, like cradling her, because I assume Scree's very small.
26.
Yeah.
26.
Okay.
Yeah.
18 on the die.
Neris is 6 foot, so
You're fine.
He damn near killed my friend, one of the only people who's been nice to me. You're damn
Literally
right
everybody has been nice to you here.
Indeed.
enough. Save it for the guild hall. We need to get Scree seen and report that we killed it, and make sure it's
you
still
can
dead down
heal.
there.
You all can heal better than me. You all know better than me. How about you deal with it then?
Gladly, I'll pull out my med kit.
I was saying, Neris doesn't. She just starts climbing down. She's like, "Forget this." She walks, taking Scree with
while
her.
they're having their argument, Stump is still raging. He's just gonna jump out of the barn door and start hacking this thing up to pieces.
Okay.
Do not feed it to
So
us.
when they eventually come out, it's a mess.
It's in bits.
Yep. Just
Well, then-
splatter everywhere.
But Lorelei said it was bad, Kitty. So I thought we were supposed to get rid of it. The spell is only supposed to be the thing I touch, and I just touched the kitty. I didn't know it would do
Hold
that.
on, real quick. Let me do a you fucking. You say will save is what you guys are saying? Yeah, let's
Well, it
try
depends
that.
what you're trying to do. What do you
I'm trying to bite my tongue and not just scream at him again. So, with a 16.
The will save I made Steve do was a different thing, but yeah.
Yes, no, but I'm like for me, it's like a flip of a coin. It's like, do I go off on him or do I just take a breath and go?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Scree's gonna pull out of Neris's arms and scramble back over and just put herself in between, shove herself in between Thomas and Steve.
Okay.
Stop.
When we get back, Steve, let's talk about physics.
Thomas, stop.
Fine. He's gonna storm off down the ladder and go outside and light a cigarette again and watch Stump just paste that thing.
Steve. Hi. Look at me. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Scree okay? Scree okay? I didn't mean to hurt. I didn't know it would hurt her.
Scree, are you okay?
Scree's gonna turn around to Steve and just put hands on the others, reaching up a bit. Like, Steve, stop. kitten hurt more? Steve, good. Scree, okay.
Scree's okay. Okay. I'm sorry I hurt you, but I'm glad you're. And I will do my best to not do that again. Now that I know how that works better.
She's just gonna shrug, and then she's gonna hug him.
Okay.
He hugs back.
So it's hands around the waist and wings around his arms.
Okay. So, Nearest,
Scree, okay.
Yes.
did you leave?
No. I see. Scree probably like crawled once she got to the top. So her and Mischief are watching from the top of the ladder.
So Thomas is downstairs, Stump is downstairs, the rest of you are still upstairs. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
We can, find Arabella and tell her that everything is done and we have taken care of the fiend in her attic.
A nice title.
Scree's not quite
Fiend
done.
in the attic.
I love it.
The hole was big enough for Scree to climb in before.
Yeah.
Scree's gonna actually go in and climb all the way, so go all the way
Okay.
to the nest.
If you follow that, you're going to end up in the creature's nest, which is disgusting. It's full of
Oh.
bits of very old chicken in various states of decay.
Scree
Made us
regularly
all sad.
dismembers small animals for food, it's fine.
Yeah, but there's a lot
Can
here
you
that's
find
not
any-
fresh. Like, it's, yeah.
Your
Carcasses.
scavenge out in the forest, you're all good. You survive on anything. Unless it's green and furry, you can get through it. And can she find anything? So she's gonna just try and ruffle through everything. Can she find anything else in there?
Make a perception check, please.
17.
Nah. Like some nice chicken feathers, maybe, but this creature didn't have any items or bags of gold. Sorry. It's not that kind of creature.
It was the amount that had been sort of eaten.
It was
She's used
pretty
to
much
subsisting
yeah.
a chicken a day. She's used to subsisting, and a chicken a day is more than Scree would have for subsisting. So
Yep.
she's checking to see if there's anything else in there at all.
Nah.
She'll grab a handful of chicken wing feathers and, having turned herself around in the nest, be able to crawl back out so that her wings
Okay.
don't get in the way.
Cool.
So yeah.
Alright, so you're gonna go find Arabella?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
Mhm.
you all going? Stump, are you going?
Yep,
Are you
please
leaving
calm
the
down.
remains of this creature scattered across Arabella's barn door?
He'll go get one of the busted bales of hay and he'll cover it up with straw.
Okay.
Well, actually, is there a head? Like a skull?
The head would probably still be there.
Okay, I was gonna Stump. Just roll me a d20.
Destroy the head.
Yeah, pretty
No.
much.
One.
Roll for
Oh
good.
no.
There is no head. There are
Nothing.
fragments. He was very
Is it-
angry, and he was
It
not
also
being
got punted out of the
discriminatory.
top level of a barn.
Yeah, it dropped 20
Sorry,
feet and then got
Lorelai.
beat down.
There's not much left. That's
It's fine. She scoops the goo into her bag and then goes.
okay.
Once he heads out, before she gets there, Thomas would like to just poke at it again with his sword, just kind of trying to do just kind of a general study of it, if you will, like before it gets scooped up. Like
What are you
just
trying to find out?
one, I want to see if there's any parts of skin left, if there's scarring, branding, tattoos, anything like that, or like if this was this summoned or is this natural? And then the other thing is just kind of a general curiosity, like does it have organs or is it all just goo on the inside?
Make a medicine check,
Medicine.
I guess.
Sure thing.
Like a
11.
groundhog.
Thomas probably hasn't had that much dealings with Arcana,
No,
really.
definitely not. I was trying to
So,
learn.
yeah. So, I mean, it does have organs. It's a living thing, so it's not just made of. It's not just a goo sack. It does have organs, but the blood is different. It's not, you know, it's like a kind of greenish, like a almost black greenish color. But yeah, it seems it's a creature. It's just a fiendish creature.
Okay, fair enough. Then yeah, he'll just step out of the way, well out of the way, as Lorelei comes to scoop it up into the bag.
Gross. All right. Arabella's off looking after her chickens again. She left you to it. So you go find her.
Yeah.
Okay. She looks up and she goes, "Oh, hi. So did you figure it out?"
Yeah? You had a fiend up there.
Fiend? That's weird, right? That's not normal.
Well, you knew that there was something in the schoolhouse recently.
Yes.
Yeah, that was also a fiend.
Oh, gosh. Does that mean we have like an infestation of fiends? Is that a thing that happens?
You need more than 2 to constitute an infestation normally.
True, but I have lived in Circle Creek for, well, a while. And we've not had fiends, I don't think, apart from, you know, occasional, well, excuse me, but tieflings have a certain fiendish, but, you know, not bad fiends. Not, you know what I mean. I feel like I'm being very insensitive right now, but I'm trying to say something without being problematic. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I'm human, so I don't know what you're talking about, but and
Oh.
she laughs because it's clearly a joke that her and her brother used to tell all the time of like, she's human, what are you talking about?
Arabella just looks really confused and like she's doubting her eyes.
No, if you find anything else strange like this, of course, please reach out to the guild. We have no reason to believe you should be seeing trouble again, but, you know,
Okay.
good to keep an eye.
Yes. Well, thank you for your assistance. One moment, please. And she like runs off, and she comes back, and she's holding a like hamper basket, and it's got a couple of roast chickens and basically all the things she said. A couple of trays of eggs and some pate, various poultry products that she hands to you. And in the middle of it, there's a little, what did I say? 20 gold. A little bag of 20 gold pieces that she hands you.
Oh, this is delightful.
Thank you so much for your help. I feel that I definitely would not have been able to handle a fiend. I'm sort of okay with like raccoons, but this is very next level.
Don't worry, we are here to help you for these kinds of things.
I'm so glad.
Well,
thank you again. And you know, should you need poultry, you know where to come.
yeah, how much do you typically charge for a chicken ready to eat? Because this is quite beautiful.
Oh, just Jax doesn't know.
She gives a price.
She gives you a very fair and reasonable price. I'll make up some Arabella prices later.
Oh, so interesting. Okay, well, unless anybody else has questions for you.
She hands you her price list. Which she happens to have in her back pocket. Here's my price list.
A menu.
Convenient.
Stump does, but he'll wait until everybody starts to walk off.
Okay, bye. Steve starts leaving.
Everybody else walking off?
Thomas is just going to be like sitting there, like kind of walking with Scream, making sure that, you know, like patching her up. Like, I do have a med kit if we want to use it. But...
every now and then.
Yeah.
I would
like,
assume.
right, come on, let's go.
Yeah, you sort her out over time. Alright, Stump. Lorelei, are you leaving? You look suspicious, which is why I ask.
Huh.
No, her and the basket and the bag of goo are staying very close to Steve. So if Steve has left, she is with Steve.
Okay, cool.
Steve has left.
Alrighty, Stump.
So Stump is gonna like wipe his hands off the best he can on any clean part of his clothing.
Mm-hmm. There's probably not a lot of clean parts after you
Just the back.
destroyed that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Liquefied it.
Unfortunately, there was a bit of a mess. Here in a moment, I'll go clean it up. But
Okay.
with dealing with this, unfortunately, we had to destroy a bit of your hay bales.
Oh.
And so, in return, for the next few days, I'm gonna come by and work that off until everything's fixed and
Oh, how lovely of
ready.
you. That's not necessary. I realize that, you probably had to fight the creature, but I certainly wouldn't say no to the assistance. There's always so much to do.
so just I guess for the next week, just expect something to come by
Okay.
in the morning.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna
Help
go get
Arabella.
a bucket and then river, whatever it is, and clean up
Just
his
clean,
mess.
clean up the fiend
bucket of
remnants.
water.
All right. The rest of you go back to the anvil while Stump is cleaning up his mess?
Yeah.
Question mark. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Waltz on in.
While everyone was walking back, there'll have been a big screech overhead, and
Mhm.
Tilly just kind of swooping a couple of times, possibly making Thomas duck as she checks
Possibly.
out how Scree is.
Okay. Cool. So you get to the anvil. Angeline looks up and goes, "Ah, hello, you're back already. You're missing one. Please tell me Stump is not dead."
He's helping Arabella.
It was a Varen fight, but we did lose him.
There was a
We will
mess.
drink in his memory.
Shut up, Thomas.
Scree
Make a
elbows in.
deception check, Thomas.
Steve glares.
It's not funny, Thomas. It's fine.
18.
Yeah, nah.
Nah.
Angeline's just like, yeah, whatever.
It wasn't supposed to be serious. It was more of a
Mhm.
yes.
Mhm.
We'll just play off what you said.
He's helping Arabella clean up the mess.
Oh dear. Please tell me you did not burn the barn down.
No,
Okay, good.
but we did soup the monster. And she kind of looks at
Oh.
Stump. Or there's
Stump's
Stump's
not
up there,
there.
but forget that part.
Oh.
We souped the monster.
Doesn't look at
I
something,
see.
yeah.
Well, so it was a monster.
It was a fiend.
Oh. Cool.
Mhm.
Another one.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great.
We did tell Arabella that it was that, and there was the one in the schoolhouse, but I did tell her that we have no reason to believe she should have further issue, but if she does, we are the good people to call.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this is symptomatic, but that's a problem for another day.
Yeah.
Symptomatic of what?
Indeed. Of
What is
what?
a fiend a symptom of?
It's not so much this particular fiend as the fact that we keep finding things in places that don't belong in those places. And while I know of some reason why that might be happening, it should be getting better by now. And I fear that there may be other things going on. Have you met Magnus yet?
What's a
Briefly.
Magnus?
That madness?
Magnus.
Oh.
Joined the guild last night.
Stump and I ran into him at the door today.
No.
Yes, well. He has stories that corroborate other stories that make me go, That's all.
Interesting.
I think that something underground is finding its way up, and that could be problematic. Because there are a lot of things between the down and the up.
That is also what the goblins were experiencing.
Yep, exactly. And the things in the watchtower.
Yeah.
Well, and then there was that kitty that was down.
Nope. Your Discord did the thing when you make Steve's voice too low.
Son of a bitch! Also, that kitty in the basement definitely wasn't from there.
No, but that one at least was from the surface and also Azuria. I think that might be the first problem. The things in wrong places problem. And then there's the things coming up from underground problem. And then there's the spies and criminal underworld problem. I'm getting tired of all these problems. I just want to make...
As Underline say, listing of problems, Scree's wings are just sort of going up and up and up and up.
I would point out that since Lorelei would have probably been like back rooming it.
Yeah, I had made that assumption.
Yeah, we have another problem actually. Somebody in the guild thinks it's okay to lay hands on somebody else in the guild, and I think that's maybe a problem that you should know about.
Oh, elaborate.
Thomas decided to get handsy with Steve because Steve's magic accidentally hurt somebody else.
Someone should pay attention to their magic and not kill someone else.
This sounds like squabbling, and I'm not interested in your squabbles. You are grown-ass adults, and you will figure that out for yourselves. Got it?
Happily.
However, you should be a team, and if you go into battle, or a mission, or somewhere where there are dangers, and you don't have each other's back, people will die. So figure it out. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you don't have each other's back, then I may as well just kill you all myself. Because someone will, sooner or later.
Thomas would like to do an insight. She's just going to kill us all.
You can do an insight check.
Sure, why not?
You just want to insight.
It's not an insight, it's diplomacy.
Diplomacy,
It
there
might
you go.
just happen.
Steve doesn't try to figure it out. He just that doesn't make sense to him. Because then you don't have a horde.
24.
24. She's hyperboleing. She's a performer. She's at base she's a bard. So she's using hyperbole to make a point. She doesn't actually expect you to think she's going to kill you all. She expects
I thought she was genuinely threatening.
No.
Figure it out or I will end you.
No, she was. It was more like a, you're not going to be able to do the job you have if you don't sort out your shit so that when you're in the field you have each other's back. It's that.
At the threat, Scree will have done a squawk.
She kind of takes a breath and she goes, "Look." I was given this guild as a responsibility, and there were reasons for why it was handed to me. And I don't necessarily feel the reason to share any of that with any of you, but I will say that if you don't do your jobs effectively, then you're not really very useful to me. And part of doing your jobs effectively is you don't have to be the best of friends, but you do have to have each other's back. Thomas.
Ma'am?
Just because you don't necessarily understand the way another person works doesn't mean that they're malicious. Sometimes education is better than punitive action.
Understood.
Steve, my dear.
Yeah.
Could we maybe practice our spells before using them in the field? So that we know how they work?
Yeah, I thought And he stops explaining, realizing she gives 0 fucks, and just says, yeah.
Lorelei. You were the
Hello.
very first one here.
Mm-hmm.
Which means your job is to ensure that the newer members have the best chance of success. Not yours alone, but, you know, the people who've been here a while. That's what I expect of you. You're on the 2nd floor.
Of course.
So you help them have the best chance of success. Yes?
Yeah.
So where is Stump actually? Oh, he's helping clean up, you said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scree, are you okay?
She sort of ducks and has a little twitch.
You're still standing on your own feet, so I'm going to call it a win.
Pretty good.
Well, it sounds like a successful mission. I'm not your babysitter. Don't come telling tales to me. Sort it out. Okay?
How about a drink? I got the first round.
Thomas will buy you all a drink.
First round, let's do this.
I am not sure drinking is a good idea.
Drinking is a good idea.
Neris does not stick around for a drink.
Lorelai's gonna hang back
Okay.
to ask Andeline a question once the others have left the back room.
So you're all going to
If-
go.
if
Thomas
they
is going to
leave.
go have a drink. Does anyone else
Mhm.
have any more
Anyone coming
business
out?
with Andeline?
No business.
No, Neris
but
was
Squeeze,
first by the door and first out.
Okay. Scree?
Squeeze gonna follow Thomas and then have a discussion at the bar.
Okay, we'll do that in Discord.
Yeah.
Because we're getting onto time here. Steve?
I mean, Steve was offered beer. That's
Okay,
who he
Steve is having a drink with Thomas. Lorelei.
Gonna go.
I just have to ask, and I know you said you don't feel like you need to answer any of these questions, but I'm going to ask anyways, because I'm very curious. You're not being punished, are you? This is not like some kind of punishment.
No.
She's like genuinely worried about Andeline. Like, you are.
No. It's
We're not given this
punishment.
guild. Okay.
I was given the guild because I was trusted by the person who needed to hand it over.
Oh,
And
that is nice.
she's not someone you say no to lightly. And honestly, I thought it might make me some money, although that has yet to materialize. But in time.
Well, if you want some pate, we are swimming in it, as they say.
I do like pate.
Well, I'm going to make sure that nobody touches Steve again.
Okay. You know,
Goodbye.
wait, stop, come back.
Yes.
Oh.
Steve is more than capable of taking care of himself.
Yes, I know, but he has had a hard time lately.
Many people have had a hard time lately.
Yeah.
Your defense of your friend is admirable. He's a good person. But perhaps he doesn't need to be defended. Perhaps he needs something else. Think about it.
I will.
Perhaps this is more about you needing to defend than him needing to be defended.
Perhaps. But watching a scrawny little rogue fly across a high place is very, very satisfying.
Oh, I understand. Sometimes I want to throw that scrawny little rogue across the room,
Oh
too.
my gosh.
He's a little shit. However,
I know.
he has some very redeeming qualities if you give him half a chance. He's a liar and a rogue and a dickhead, but there's something there. Trust me.
I know. And everybody has been so nice to him, but he is sitting here saying, nobody is nice to me. So
Not
it
what I
was a
said.
moment of rage,
You're
you
not
know? I promise I will also keep my hands to myself. I understand that farm strength is too much for scrawny rogues and bards. This is my
Whatever bad that
dedication to you, Angeline, and now I have a bag full of goopy fiend. I might keep some stuff for myself, but I think Malachi might also be getting a little
Oh,
treat.
goodness, Malachi will be so excited. The scrawny little rogue.
Is currently trying to pound a beer as fast as he can.
Possibly is not used to people being nice to him without strings. Just gonna put that out there.
I see what you are saying. He has the Pinocchio issue. That is a joke. Nix and I had very good senses of humor. It doesn't translate to common. I am very sorry.
I am confused. I do not understand your joke. He's
Ah,
not a real
nobody
boy.
does. And there were strings. I don't know how to explain.
Oh.
We've wasted enough of your time.
See, it must lose something in the translation. It's alright.
Yeah, Fenore, it is a hidden Fenore, you know?
Excellent. Alright.
Good night.
You're doing good work.
Yeah, well, I'll see you next week. Maybe you will have different answer. And she
Okay.
goes.
Anthony goes back to the bar, serves a lot of beer, makes a lot of money, sends Steve and Thomas home tipsy.
Hopefully.
All right. And I think that concludes the adventure, unless anyone else has any unfinished business they require.
Not on stream.
Okay. If you would like to experience the unfinished business in our Discord, all you have to do is become a Twitch subscriber, and then you get access to all our top secret guild, Gallant Horde channels in the Discord, and you get to watch all the story play out. That doesn't happen on stream, and there is a lot. So, yeah, come hang out. Next week, we will be playing The Strange Adventure of Archibald Sims, which is going to be fun. Because it is one of those games that was inspired by a weird thing, and we all love those, right? So join us for The Strange Adventure of Archibald Sims. Same time, same place, next week. And also on Wednesday, if you are interested in watching me attempt to be a gamer, Jax is not a gamer. Our second episode will be happening at 8:30 on Wednesday night, New Zealand time. I don't know, look it up on the internet. That will tell you what time it is in your part of the world. It's probably the middle of the night for many of you, but it will be fun, and there will be VODs eventually. Join us for that. Join us next week. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a beautiful time zone. Farewell.